Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
19th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Horeb.
Okay, Bezrat Hashem. Horeb. Bas Razel Chai Bas Israel. For Shlema, for Julie Bas Beverly, and all of the other people that need a Yeshua. For Magin Matzla. All right. So, according to my little thingy over here, we're up to 640. Sukkah de Zimra.
Yeah, we're having the same problem, Rabbi. When you turn sideways, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Now,
All right.
now it's beautiful.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so 640, we call upon Lou to start off the reading.
Okay. Sukkah de Zimra. Shabbos and Yom Tovim and Yamim Tovim have in common the concept of the task of Israel. This should be brought to life by all of them. In the Shemona Esrei, past and future life should be surcharged with that thought. Its creation and significance should therefore be stressed more particularly and brought to mind in the introductory tefillos. Thus, after Hodo has taught us to embrace nature newly created and filled us with the thought of the Godhead, who also reveals himself in Israel's history, we must cling to this thought and ponder thereon before we can view him in Ashrei. As the providence acting at all times. You now compare the teaching which Hashem brings to mankind in the existence of the stars and the passage of time with the message which the Torah brings. You find that although the laws of nature teach the power of a God who devised them, Hashgacha misaprim, I'm sorry, Hashemayim misaprim. Nevertheless, as far as your own life is concerned, it is only the laws of the Torah that can teach you. For only in the Torah does Hashem reveal himself as lawgiver. Torah's Hashem Tamima, and guide of human life, in such a way that every individual life shows itself to be the work of an almighty providence. That's from Psalms, David Bishonoso. Only in the course of history, the purpose of which is to educate fallen humanity, has Israel become a special people qualified to fulfill the mission which was originally meant to be that of the whole of mankind. Tefillah Lishma. And
Moshe.
Tefillah Lamoshe, Tefillah Lamoshe, and Yoshev the Seser.
Right.
The same God who made creation possible and who leads the clouds in the heavens day by day steps forward at every moment of Israel's history as the creator of this moment, so that his will may be furthered by Israel, and the recognition of whom may be established by all the families of the earth. Hallelu es Shem Hashem. Every single revelation of Hashem indeed should be understood in relation to this hidden aim of the eras of the world. Hodu, Psachim. Israel should expound its history in this sense. Rananu Tzadikim. When that Shabbos of all world developments and all conflicts will have arrived, evil will have disappeared and righteousness will blossom. Tov lahodos Lashem. Hashem, who is master of the storms of time and of the night of the earth, for his aims will arise and be honored as the founder and king of the human world. So will also God's memorials and sanctuaries, at first founded in Israel, give testimony to him and to his rule, a testimony which they have at all times borne faithfully. Hashem Melech. This is followed by Yehi Kavod, which repeats briefly a part of these thoughts and introduces them into our present life, and for this reason is allowed to remain in the usual morning service. Next follows the song of providence, Ashrei. At the end, after the Shirah, all the ideas of the preceding prayers are repeated, injecting them once again forcibly into your mind. Nishmas.
Wow. Huh. Okay. So all of the Psukkah Zimra, if we could just, in a nutshell, describe what Rav Hirsch has said, maybe we could say that it describes the fact that Hashem is the he's the Melech, and he is the author of human history. What happens because he's intimately involved. That's Hashgacha Pratis. That's divine providence. He wasn't simply the creator, but he's also the CEO. He's on the how do they say it in English? On the front lines. Hashem is the one who's on the front lines. And everything that's happening is because he is on the front lines and he is totally involved in all of these different. And this is what he says that Klal Yisrael took this mission to become Hashem's special people when the mankind in as a whole didn't want to buy in. They wanted to do things like the famous singer said. He says he did it his way, but we are trying to do it Hashem's way. That's what we're all about. And especially he says the Ashrei is the real basic example of a song of divine providence, how Hashem is doing everything, and then we do Shira Sayam, and then he says we go to Nishmas, and he says there's nothing new in Nishmas. It's all all the ideas of all the preceding uh, prayers, the Psukim, the Zimra, the Tehillim, they're all now just gone over again and put into your mind forcibly so that you got it. Wow. Okay. Right. This is what he says. The laws of nature, although you find that although the laws of nature teach the power of Hashem who devised them, it's only the laws of the Torah that can teach you. Only in the Torah does Hashem reveal himself as the lawgiver and the guide of human life. That doesn't nature doesn't teach you that. Okay, fine. 641, a short one. We go to who wants a short one? Anybody want a short one? Raise your hand. Roy wants the short one. Roy's in the middle of his Shever brachas. You went last night, Roy.
No, I didn't. I don't know what I did last night. Anyway, Kira Shema remains unchanged on Yom Tov. There is also no change in the first bracha, Hamir La'aretz, which speaks of the daily renewal of creation and has no specific relation to Yom Tov. On the Shabbos, however, which is itself a memorial of creation, the beautiful Hakol Yoducha prayer is added. It proceeds from praise of daily renewal of creation, so that of the primary creation of the world. In El
Eladon.
In El Adon, the creation is celebrated, while the El Asher Shabbos is a song in praise of the Shabbos itself.
Right. Yeah, it says, yeah, okay, good. Very good, okay. Well done. And now we go 642. We go to Mayor, please.
Okay, it says Shmona Esrei. Shabbat and Yom Tov, days calculated to permeate our active life with special ideas, should imbue the presentation of each of the various requests of the middle brachot, emtzayot, with the specially given idea. For the sake of brevity, the whole of life, instead of single requests, is envisaged. Not sure what that means. In one single bracha, Kedushat Hayom, and is infused with the ideas prompted by each day. Support for the achievement of the spiritual gifts peculiar to that day is pleaded for from God, and a resolution made to realize them in the active divine service of life. Hence, on Shabbat and Yom Tov, there are 7 brachot instead of the usual 19. Shabbat. The scriptural passage on the institution of Israel as guardian of the Shabbat and its significance as Brit and Ot are brought to our attention. The wish which corresponds to the meaning of the Sabbath is communicated to God, namely, that our celebration of the day may be according to his will, so that we, by means of the tasks designated for our lives, may become holy, i.e., exalted above that which is evil and mean, and that we may fill our minds with the spirit of Torah. May he give us the good things of his world and allow us to see his help at every turn. May he help us to attain the most precious good, purity of heart, so that we may in truth dedicate ourselves to his service with all the possessions granted to us. May he allow, may he allow the Sabbath with love and favor to become our heritage, so that we can celebrate it worthily and understand our life's task in the spirit. Not sure what that is. What would it say? Okay. The introductory Yismach.
I think he means Yismach Moshe. But I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Springs from the idea that the revelation of the law at Sinai occurred on a Shabbat. Okay, 2. Regalim. First, the physical and spiritual creation of Israel by God. Atavachatanu v'keravtanu. And also its preservation as his divine handiwork, Shimcha Gadol, I guess, is recognized generally after the specific character of the day and its significance are declared, Vati 10. The wish for restoration or preservation is expressed to God, Ya'alev Yavo, the specific declaration being made according to whether the special character of the festival is of natural creation or of national preservation. Let's see, in Bahasienu, similar to, I forgot what that was, would say, okay, on Shabbat, the spiritual blessings of the festival, life, peace, and joy are requested, and the realization in life is taken to heart. After Shmona Esrei, Hallel is recited on the first 2 days of Pesach and the whole of Sukkot, just as on Hanukkah, but on the last days of Pesach with omission, as on Rosh Chodesh. This has been significantly explained in the last days of Pesach not only commemorate the deliverance of Israel, but also the downfall of Egypt. It is not fitting to sing the Hallel song upon the destruction of God's creatures. Okay, 3. Rosh Hashanah v'Yom Kippur. In the Kedusha, you wing yourself upward to the thought that the All-Holy One, though he is exalted above his creatures, yet summons mortal men to his holiness in order to further his work thereby. On Rosh Chodesh and Yom Kippur, I wonder if that's a mistake. On Rosh Chodesh and Yom Kippur, you think of God as judging human life, examining the activity of mankind and Israel, having appointed them as educating media for this great task of holiness. He then expressed the wish that the rule of the All-Holy One over the world and human life may soon recognize everywhere, and that all humanity, united with the rest of creation in one union, may form a single band of God's servants. For this purpose, may God restore his people's outward fate, so that thereby the goal of time is attained, namely that evil disappear and the whole world be educated to do good and to be good. This corresponds to the thoughts of Machiot, sovereignty, Zichronot, providence, and Shofrot, education. Whereupon, and according to the varying character of both days, you petition God in Atar v'Chatanu as on the festivals. Rosh Hashanah. First, Israel's creation and preservation, as well as Israel's task and significance of the day as Yom Truah, are expressed. Corresponding to this, in Ya'aleh V'Yavo, Israel's destiny is placed in the hands of the Godhead, who decides the destiny of nations. You then entreat for help toward the attainment of spiritual gifts of Yom Truah, and pray for the recognition of God by all creatures and their unity in the service of the only one in, I forget that, okay, Melocha Kol Ha'olam Kulo. You finally resolve to realize in your own life as much as possible the significance of Yom HaZikaron.
Oh, I figured out what this is. Aleph Vav Aleph is Elokeinu ve'Elokei Abuseinu.
Oh, thank you.
And then
Oh, okay, that makes sense, I think, now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Yom Kippur. The service follows that of Rosh Hashanah, only that the meaning of the day as one striving for forgiveness, atonement, and purity is stressed both in the expression of the character of the day in Ya'aleh V'Yavo and in the request for the attainment of the spiritual gifts of the day in Elokeinu V'Elokei Michal. Okay. After the conclusion of the Shemona Esrei, you proceed to glance at your own individual life. Yom Kippur is by sincere teshuvah, the day of complete atonement, of which you strive to gain purification from the inner and outward effects of sins committed. This day invites you to take the first task of teshuvah, so to recognize and confess sin, vidui. After you have admitted that you have gone astray from your life's path, aval anachnu chatanu, you go through particular errors and acknowledge specifically those which you have committed, achet. You entreat forgiveness for yourself, slicha mechila, and ask for the removal of the effects of sins committed, kapara, in inner life, shel achate od, and in outward life, merach avalo al yedei yisurim. Wow.
So Yom Kippur, we have Vidui. That's the time where we admit that we have gone astray from Hashem's plan for us and what our life path is supposed to be. That's Vidui. Then you do the specifically, you go specifically through the particular errors and acknowledge them. That's the al-chet. And he says v'alanachnu chatanu, and then he says there's different components of getting what we get over here. You entreat forgiveness, just like forgiveness from a friend. That's called slicha umechila. But then there's something else that we're asking for on Yom Kippur. It's a Yom of Kapora, and Kapora means that because the sin had made a spiritual blemish on the person, where I don't know, but on the neshama, on the nefesh, wherever it is, but there's effects of sin, and amazingly enough, on Yom Kippur, but a part of the process of tshuva and vidui will attain not only a slicha and a mechila, but it also can achieve a kapara and removal of the spiritual effects of the sin on the Jew. Okay, very good. And now a round of applause for 100.
Yay.
Hooray! Okay. Oh, I don't know if you heard me. I wasn't facing the camera.
No,
Okay.
we heard you. We did it.
We did it. In any case, it was done. That's right.
Hmm.
Wow, those are nice, nice trees over there. Wow. Okay. If I look around, I don't see them, but I see them on the screen right here. Okay, now we go to Mincha. Oh, that's a good one. The first thing that we have to say about Mincha is make sure you get there. Okay, Mincha. I guess we could say that about chakras too. Anyway, so Mincha 101, and we start off a whole page with Alan.
Yeah. They stopped the
Alan, can you
drilling
read
for a
for us
little bit.
today?
So what number are we looking at?
643.
Okay. Six, 4, 3. The next afternoon service?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. They stopped the drilling for a little bit. So we'll start again. Huh? The mikveh afternoon service contains only one main piece, the Shemona Esrei and Tafkanim, introduced by Ashrei and concluded by Elenu. It corresponds to the Tamid Shel Ben Rodim, the daily sacrifice of the afternoon. Concept, dedication, and act of life. Presentation. You stand at the zenith of life. All creation has spent half of its daily course and fulfill its task in the service of God. What is your own position? How stand the fulfillment of the task and the realization of the resolve you made in the morning? Have you forfeited none of the dedication with which you equip yourself for life? Have you lived in the presence of Hashem? Have you striven toward God's service before his countenance? Have you fought for the good things of the inner and outward life as God's servant, striven for the administration and use of these blessings according to his will? Did you look up only to him, and whether near or far from your aim? Can you step before God calmly with the creation around you and with the consciousness of having lived? Behold, a part of the day is yet granted to you, so tear yourself free from the business of the day, glance back unto that which has passed, and examine your life before Hashem. Recognize error as a spur to improve it and make it your duty to complete your task. From the success of your striving, glance up humbly and gratefully to God If you have failed in your striving, lift yourself up to God and gather confidence and strength for the renewed struggle. Renew your life dedication before God. For this reason, the shown astray being a direct example of striving sanctified by the idea of God is said in the chakras. The short astray is introduced by the Song of Providence, which is to lead your mind turned away from God by the distraction of life, back to the ever-loving, ever-righteous, reigning Father of all. The Biblical service concludes with the confession of sin and the striving to overcome sin. The swift raising to consciousness of the task of Israel. Having attained the sublime heights, you are enabled to complete the day's life. Only the last Bakashah in the blessing of Shalom is changed in accordance with the account of the midday service. As distinct from the morning service, one no longer asks for enlightenment and striving principles, but for the positive help in the active process of achievement. This petition of Sim Shalom is, however, returned on a public fast day, when the striving for the blessing of enlightenment, which was usually proclaimed by the Kohanim, also at midnight, and in some places also on a Sabbath, a day dedicated entirely to the striving for enlightenment, for which reason there is also on the Shabbos Kriya HaTorah at midnight. That finishes 643.
Okay. Wow. Those were some penetrating questions he was asking us before we stand for Shmon Esrei and Mincha. We're supposed to ask ourselves, how have we striven towards Hashem's service before his countenance? Have we fought for the good things of the inner and outward life as Hashem's servant, striven for the administration and use of these blessings according to his will? That's what we what did we do in the morning? In short, how did we fulfill our task and the realization of the result?
Your voice is coming in and out, Rabbi.
We're up to 644. Will we continue?
We'll continue later with Baba Metzia. We say goodbye to Meir.
Okay, have a good day, everyone.
Okay, Meir, have a good day. Thank you, Rabbi.